everybody. I am Mayuri, member of Gurukul Toastmasters Club. Welcome to yet another episode of Beyond the Lectern. What is Beyond the Lectern? Well, in our club, we take interviews, we meet up with our members, and we get to know them beyond Toastmasters, beyond the activities of what we do regularly in a club meeting. So if you have watched our previous episodes, you will know that this is episode number 4. And today, the setup is also very different, as you will see. Why is it so? Because it's a very, very special episode with a very special guest, a member of Gurukul Toastmasters Club. If you can see behind me, there is a mandala. This setup is my home. And I have invited my guest here, the one who created this beautiful mandala over here. Welcome to Beyond the Lectern, Toastmaster Gunjan.
Thank you, ma'am. It's always a pleasure.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So at Gurukul, we have Gunjan, who is been a member since how long now, Gunjan? 2018? 2018? You were also a charter member, just like me. So 2018 to 2024, it's been what, 6 years? More than 6
More
years.
than 6 years.
How has the journey been so far?
Wonderful. A very wonderful journey filled with lots of learnings and lots of wonderful connections and friends.
With people we've met, and throughout the journey, there have been so many members who've come. And so, you know, what had happened, 2018 was, of course, the starting of Gurukul Toastmasters Club, and then 19, and in 20, the pandemic happened. Somewhere around that time, I had this board with me, which was not really being used. And I asked Gunjan, because I knew she did mandala, she did doodling, she has a very strong artistic streak in her. So I just asked her, is there something we can do with this board? And she said, okay, I'll do a mandala on it. And I had no clue what it is. And I just gave her the board and I said, if it's good, I'll take it. If it's not good, you can keep it. But just look, everybody who comes to my house is in awe of the finesse that you can see. And in fact, there's a mirror image as well. What you can see right now is one. There's a twin mandala as well on the other side of the room. And this is something that I'm extremely proud of and extremely privileged to have this in my home, Gunjan. So let's talk a little bit about both things, your profession, what you do, and also about Toastmasters. So we'll go first with the profession part. When did you develop this interest for mandala, doodling? Since when?
So this interest was actually somewhere in me. I had this in my head during college times, during my school times, because in question paper also, I keep my old question papers till date.
Oh.
And during the Diwali the Safai, what we call, I took out those question papers and I had doodlings.
Even on your question papers?
Yes.
And you still have them?
Yes, I still have them. So this was always in me, actually. I think that's given by my mother.
Oh, I see.
Through genes. So in 2020, what happened, I was very much focused that I need to complete my BBA, I'll complete my MBA, then I'll do a job. Then I actually wanted to up my profile and I started doing CGMA. I completed till management level. I got a job. Then during that time, during 2020, it actually hit me somewhere. I was not happy. True. Because all that I had planned, it was happening the way it is, but I was not happy at all. So something stuck my mind, and you know, you say that it's a calling, and I realized that I have this in my hand, such a beautiful art. Why not take it further? Everybody around me used to say, you can do something about it. It seems like it's printed, not handmade. I used to say that they are very humble to say that. But it never struck me that way. During 2020, I then decided to take this as a profession and be an art entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur. And I am a budding creative entrepreneur. Slowly and steadily, I am understanding the market, the trends, the costing, the pricing things.
So you're a one-man army?
Right now, yes.
Wonderful. And was this one the first project or amongst the first projects?
Amongst the first in the big ones. The big art, nice. You can say. This is the first big art which I created.
And after this, were there, I'm sure there were other orders. I think Chinmay also has...
Chinmay has ordered 2.
So for the benefit of our guests, Chinmay is another member of our club. Maybe on another occasion, we'll figure out how to interview him as well. Yeah, so members of Gurukul will somewhere have the artistic stuff lying at home, it's definitely come from Gunjan, who's a great, great artist. Yes. So since the longest time, you mean to say you've always had this streak in you, doodling and creating. So this is mandala. Besides mandala, what else? Like, I mean, of course, this is a big board, but besides this, what other forms do you also create? You have coasters as well,
Yes.
and what else is there?
So the niche is mandala.
Hmm.
Everything revolves around that. It can be dot mandala. It can be
Hmm.
something to do with mandala and resin. It can be something to do with the products that in 2022 I launched the mandala calendar,
Okay.
which had mandalas, 12 different kinds of mandalas in 12 different kinds of months of the year. And this year I launched these affirmation cards, which also has my handmade mandalas. So something around mandalas, I do something, be it posters, be it keychains, be it the big paintings, be it affirmation cards, be it calendars.
So since you've brought it here, you can see that these are beautiful cards over here. So what are these? I can pick one.
Yes, you can pick
All
one.
right. So let me see an affirmation card. Everyday affirmation cards is what it shows, and this is beautifully. It looks as if it's like a machine or AI made. This is handmade.
This is handmade.
Oh wow. This is totally me. I'll read it out for you what it says. Happiness is my natural state, and I welcome it with open arms. And this totally goes with me. I am always supposed to be, I'm someone with a very high quota of energy and always happy. Nice, lovely. So these affirmation cards is something that we open and we read every day, one card like that. So this is a pack of 30 for a
It's
month?
pack of 50.
50.
50 cards. So you can just, what we did right now, you can just pick one. So that's the affirmation for your day. You can, what I do is I have started practicing this since 15 days. I pick a card. When I wake up, I have my water, warm water, and I just pick a card, and like this, I have kept over here. I keep it on my table and I read it. I read it in my mind. I keep reading it. I sip a cup of my cup of tea and I read it. I'm focused, driven, and determined to succeed. So it's basically something, a food for your subconscious mind. When you think in such a manner, your thoughts get
Very
aligned,
true.
and universe actually conspires things which we think.
Very true. And so it sort of flows throughout the day, that particular state. So where did you, this set is available on your Insta handle?
Instagram handle. Yes.
So Gunjan, you'll have to tell us what is your Instagram handle, please, for the sake of our
So my
viewers.
Instagram handle is Guzo_creations.
You could spell that out, please, for us.
GUZOS_CREATION. You can go over there. You can see Guzo's creation, Gunjan Banarsi, and you can directly go over there and see my products, calendars, coasters, affirmation cards, and you can DM me directly to get your set. Also, if you want, ma'am, you can customize your set.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, as per your profession or your living
Got
style of
it.
living.
For instance, if I am more into leadership and I want a set of leadership quotes,
Yes.
which would help me develop leadership skills in me, particularly in the context that I
Right.
am right now. So you can customize that as well. Oh, that's nice. Interesting. Very good. And so this was mandala in the form of a board or coasters or affirmation cards. But I remember you have also made one doodling, and I see in the rooms of Gurukul as well on the wall. And I think you made one for Doyle, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Could you tell us something about that too, please?
So that's basic doodling. It's about, for example, I'm making a doodle for Toastmasters, DTM Mayuri.
Okay.
So in the center, it will be written DTM Mayuri, and revolving around that, it's a bubble made up of your features, what you love, what you like, what you dislike. Whoever is getting it made for you, that internal joke can be there, that special date can be there in that doodle. Whole and whole DTM Mayuri's personality in that one bubble in the form of doodle.
So this is more, it's a wonderful idea for a gift, actually, very personalized. For instance, if I want to gift my family, like, or maybe this is anniversary or a birthday, and then you ask them, so it's a little personalized about their name and
Yes.
about them, basically. That's lovely. So now let's come a little bit to Toastmasters also, Gunjan, because something very core to in fact, we came together because of Toastmasters. On that front, it's more about public speaking. So I know that you are already a public speaker, but how far have you also gone forward in your leadership at Toastmasters?
So in terms of leadership, I have always been an ExCom member.
That I have seen.
Yes.
So one of those promises, no, I
to
will
act as a club officer
when called upon to do so. Exactly.
So I have always stood up by that promise that I'll be there when called upon to do so, to act as an officer. But the district leadership, I have only been 1 year as an area director when we were District 98, Division N, Area N2. I was the AD of Area N2. So that year actually taught me a lot.
That was going to be my next question. Yes. How do you think you evolved? And I will say evolved because it's always a process, a continuous process. So how have you evolved in that particular year when you took up district leadership?
So I learned one very big thing, that when you are in a leadership, when you are an area director, you have to look after your clubs. Mm-hmm. Not just your clubs, but the clubs of your co-ADs as well, because we are one division. We always say that we are one division, and if some area director is not available, step in there, help them. So actually, it was not only about our 3 clubs and we are sorted. It was all about the division N clubs, and I realized that everybody in Toastmasters comes from a different background, comes from a different mentality,
True.
Comes from a different age group.
True.
They have different experiences.
Absolutely.
Which they bring to the table. So we need to be patient to understand that where that person is coming from, be it a club president, be it your co-AD, be it your division director. If someone is saying something or advising or suggesting something, there can be a reason that why this person is saying. Don't take offense, but think about it, sleep over it, and think that why was this suggestion brought up over here? Is there something I need to work upon? Is there something we need to work it together? So I actually learned this quality when I was an area director.
And I think once we serve in these capacities as club officers or district officers as well, we start understanding much more about, I think, human relationships and what goes on in others' lives as well. So it's a lovely takeaway that you had from that 1 year. Wonderful. Now coming to the other part about the club as a whole, you are a very integral part of Gurukul Toastmasters Club, and there is one, I will call it event that you are leading, which is called Toasted. And what's it about? Because I have not been able to attend many sessions, but it's all a fun thing is what I come to know. What's it about?
So it's a brainchild of Toastmaster Yash and Toastmaster Bhushan. I was just thrown in the way that, Gunjan, you take care of how the experience and how everything in the room would look. So it was all about Toastmaster Yash and Toastmaster Bhushan's idea that let's do something
for our members. Which is besides meetings.
Yes.
So at Gurukul, we have our meeting. We meet on the 2nd and the 4th Saturday of every month. We have our meeting room in Baramji town. You can reach out. You can follow us on our Instagram handle as well. And that's where we have our meetings, where members will come forward, deliver speeches, take evaluations, a typical Toastmaster meeting. But at Gurukul, we also do something else besides those meetings. So Toasted is one of them. Yeah, please go on.
Toasted is that platform where not just us, but
it's open to others.
Open to all the clubs in the Division N. You can come forward. You can just be creative, be it terms of poetry, storytelling, singing.
Because that's also public speaking.
Yes. Any form of art which requires you to come up on stage and speak something. So it's open to all the creativity, and people have came from college clubs, from the
community clubs, other clubs as well.
Yes, everybody has joined us, and the second time also we did it was a huge success.
Lovely, lovely. So we have something lined up very soon now again.
Yes.
All right, great. So I think what I would like to ask you to share with our viewers is the next steps that you intend to do. Like today's January, so 2025, we tend to have New Year resolutions. You particularly with your art, with your mandala or doodling or your channel, if you have something lined up for our viewers, please share that with us.
Okay, so first of all, this thing is
The
going
affirmation
to
cards.
be
Yeah.
a continuous thing. Not just affirmation card, but this art is going to continue till the end of my life, till my last breath. So there will be something or the other coming up every year. I'll be launching something or the other new stuff related to mandala, related to art every year, and something new in terms of club. As I'm the VP education currently, so I have few goals in my mind that in this term, this year, I have to do one sunrise meeting, one midnight meeting, and one impromptu meeting as well. You know, if what impromptu meeting is, that you just pick up one card
And you have to play
perform
that
that
role.
role. That means every member has to be prepared with
For any role.
Yes. So that's my target in this year. Before the end of July, I have to do these three.
I liked the sunrise meeting too and the midnight meeting too. Let's do that. Fun. All right, great. So once more, before we wind up the session of Beyond the Lectern episode 4, we have Gunjan Banarsi, member of Gurukul Toastmasters Club with us, who's an artist who runs her Instagram channel, who has painted this beautiful mandala for me. And she does not just mandala, there's a whole lot of other creative stuff that she does. You need to go out and check her Instagram handle. Leave her a message on her DM and get in touch with her. The Instagram handle is guzos_creation, GUZOS_creation. Thank you so much, Gunjan. It was a pleasure having you here home, and I look forward to that fun meeting you're talking about in the club one day. Thank you so much.
It's like